All right, starting another episode of Nordgrad Heavy Haul. I have figured out how to make these delivery locations specific to the vehicle or the load. Um, so basically, what you've got is on each, so you've got the load names here, then you have a location type. So, like these hydraulic hammers, they're used in demolition, right? Um, This RMC half round container is part of an oil rig. Um, Liebherr, this is the adapters for the 11,200. Um, it's used for heavy work, so we need locations for that. Like we've got the Komatsu PC800 bucket that goes to a quarry, like a wave breaker that needs to go somewhere where there's water. Um, so then what I did is I took all the different locations that we've got and put a location type beside them. So what are you doing there? Okay, this is what gets done there. So light work, heavy work, demolition. Here's an oil rig. It's not really an oil rig, but figured for the game it'd be okay. Um, there's quarry there, another quarry, a couple of things for water. Um, you notice at the port. So where's the port? Well, it's somewhere here. It's probably right in front of me, but not seeing it. Here we go. So these, I've put heavy work and not water, because if you're picking up stuff or dropping it off, you're most likely doing work at the port itself, or really heavy work, not necessarily doing water work there. So now that I've got that, what it does is it looks now. So this basically takes and for the load that it has. So right now this is Cat D10. It'll find all the locations that have that load uh, type, right? And so there's three. So there's Northwest Quarry, Northeast Quarry, and West Quarry, right? So if I hit update again, now we've got a T-winch, and the T-winch here, so towards the bottom. Loading. Is used for light work. Not really, it's really used for wood, but I could actually put that in there, forestry. Um, and if I had a forestry location, then I could drop it off there. But since I don't, which I probably should, I'll probably do that. So these are all the different locations that that need light work done. And so what it basically does now is it gives you a random number between 1 and 43, and then it'll take that as the location it needs to deliver to. So in this case, it's already changed because I clicked it. But that's how it works. Also, so the last thing we moved is the Terex to Southeast City Stores. So now what I need to do is go down here, find the Terex. Actually, there's a better way of doing it. So if I copy this, search it in values, find next. So that's the weight set, and then here. And so it's showing that it's American Parcel Logistics, because that's because I was testing. But this should be Southeast City Stores. Now the next time we get the Terex 5500, there will be a percentage, there will be a random, or there will be a percentage chance that we have to go buy it and a percentage chance that we have to move it. If we have to move it, then it'll show the pickup location being Southeast City Stores instead of um, just some random location, instead of me having to remember where it needs to get picked up. So, awesome. Yeah, let me go ahead. What I'm going to do is get our next load. Okay, that I can't do because I don't have a crane. Oh, lovely. Now it's not updating. Okay. Alright, so I did a boo-boo. I accidentally pasted over my formulas. Okay, so that I can't move. I think, nope, that's not self-loading. Here, I should be able to move that. Tigercat. Awesome. 822C. Northwest train transfer. All right, second episode of the Nordgrad heavy haul on FS22. The last one was pretty long, so I'm trying to keep these a little bit shorter. So the driving without loads, I'm going to leave out. So me coming from the load station to here and then back, I'm going to leave those out. So today we're going to be loading a Tigercat 822C. This is the load, picking it up at the Southwest John Deere dealer, and then going up to the northwest logging landing, number 1. So basically, if we look at the map I've got, we're way down here, Southwest John Deere dealer, and then we're going to northwest logging landing. So then we're going to be going to here. So it looks like I'm going to have to take the highway all the way up to here, past my little farm. Actually, no, right before my little farm, come down here, and we're going to drop it off here. So, should be fun. A little bit easier to get back to home base. So, without further ado, let's get going. I also realized I should have taken my center section out, or my extension. Alright, that's loaded. Let me get the truck started again. I did drive down here in another save game, so I will have to add that mileage in. I think that was like 1.9, maybe 2.5 miles. We'll get a better idea when we get up close to the farm, and that'll give me what distance from there. Raise it up a little bit, make it over some of the hills. Move forward just a little bit. Now to get my escort. Alright, let's get on a roll. Alright, so here's the unload point. I'm gonna drop the towers down. Get this thing unloaded. In real life, they'd probably use the arm on the machine to lift up the trailer and get all the pieces on deck. Seeing how this is not my mod, it's not set up for that. But I will pretend it can. Yep. It was still just locked onto the... So we'll pretend to lift it up, and then I'll meet you guys back at my shop and see what I earned for this trip. Alright, I'm back at the home base. I almost had a really bad accident. I was trying to I used my manual or logging super strength to pick up the trailer. And I got the attachment thing, but then I realized that the attacher node is upside down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make that IC controlled, as well as the landing gear on the underneath the deck. I think that'll be more realistic. I'm also going to get a Frana 40, AT40 for the farm, or the deck here, so I can insert and remove the extension there. So we're at 4.66 miles for this load, plus roughly 3 miles for getting there. So let's see, it's 3 plus 4.66. Wow, $66,660 for that trip. So 66. So we're gonna add that. There we go. All right. Yeah. See you with the next load in the updated Cozad.